Well, hey, Evan.
You've been practicing after a minute. You've been practicing after a minute.
Oh, my whole life. This is not as optimal.
I mean, they're going to be like boom, boom.
What's up? I'm cool if they're cool though. Yeah, yeah. You want right here? Yeah. I mean, yeah, you can sit there.
Yeah, don't lose your shot.
No.
It's 11. You're lucky to start.
Right.
You already picked out your shot. You already picked out your shot. This space is open. So you can shoot over.
I mean, I'm gonna.
But no, I'm saying, like, all this is it's premeditated. We already did it, so.
Check, check.
Good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside the MGM Grand here in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. My name is Mark Chinook, and we've been talking about this fight for a long time, and we've got them all on stage, Top Rank and TGB Promotions. It all goes down Saturday, November 20th, just down the street at the Michelob Ultra Arena inside the beautiful Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino. The WBO welterweight champion of the world, Terence Bud Crawford, puts his title on the line against two-time champion Showtime Shawn Porter. As everybody knows, we have a huge heavyweight title fight tonight, and having everybody on stage taking time out of their busy schedules today, very much appreciated. Thank you to everybody on the stage for spending time with us. Tom, I want to come down to you right away. This is an incredible fight that has been made. Your perspective on getting us to this point.
Thank you, Mark. And this really is a tremendous fight. I want to congratulate Top Rank for putting this tremendous fight together. This is the kind of fight where both the fans and the media have asked for, and we're able to deliver it. Terence Crawford is a great fighter, and he's fought some very good fighters. This guy here, he's on a whole nother level. Shawn Porter, not only one of the best welterweights in the world, he's one of the best fighters in the sport. And yes, this is going to be a very tough fight against Crawford. But you have to look at the quality of opposition and the level of competition between both guys. Just look at Shawn Porter's resume. He hasn't been out there fighting guys named Mean Machine. No. He's been fighting the best welterweights in the world for years now. And he's fought champions. He fought Udonis Ugas. He's got wins over. He's got wins over Danny Garcia, Adrian Broner. He's fought Keith Thurman, Berto, Paulie Malignaggi. And he was in a Fight of the Year candidate with the best welterweight in the world, Earl Spence Jr. And on November 20th, he will become a 3-time world welterweight champion.
Bob, to you. Terence has been asking for elite welterweights, and here we are. The fight's happening November 20th.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mark. And Tom, I want to thank you for your cooperation, not only in this event tonight, but this event, the companies that we represent, cooperating. It's only good for boxing. We can do bigger and better matches. That being said, Terence Crawford is the only unified champion sitting on the stage, unified the 140-pound division, and maybe, just maybe, the reason he didn't fight more top welterweight is because you guys were hiding them because you wouldn't want to put them in with Terence. Maybe, just maybe.
Hey, Kenny, I want to bring in the trainers before we get to the fighters. Why do you feel this is the right time for Shawn?
I think mainly the reason this is the right time is because Shawn and I are very spiritual. We pray over everything we do. So we have no control over when and where we fight. We had a meeting about Terence Crawford 2 years ago. Full-fledged, face-to-face, with people that don't even come out and about face-to-face. We had a meeting about him 2 years ago. So when it finally comes to fruition, it's that time. There's a lot of things I can say about Terence. All of them are great, excellent. I'm, a Terence Crawford fan, but number one, I'm a Shawn Porter fan. But this is the time. Now is the time. It's showtime.
Bomac, I want to come to you now. Is this the toughest fight of Bud's career?
Well, on paper, it probably look like it, but you'll never know until you step in there. But
As a trainer and a big uncle, a big brother, big cousin, I want that to be the toughest fight for Terence because you're gonna see a better Terence Crawford the night of the fight. Better the fighter, the better Terence is, and the better, his team's gonna rally around him to make sure it happens.
Obviously, there's a lot of mutual respect on this stage. Shawn, how excited are you for November 20th? This has been talked about a long time, and here we are.
What time is it? Showtime. What time is it?
Showtime.
What time is it?
Showtime.
I'm excited. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited because that's what I do. When I get in the ring, I command the ring. When I get in the room, I command the room. Everybody's a fan of mine. They're a friend of mine. If they wasn't, they will be after the fight. I really just feel like this is happening right on time. There's no secret that there's respect between myself and Terence. No secret that I consider us to be friends. I don't know what you consider us to be now at this point, but whatever the case may be. Say again?
Ain't no friends till after the fight.
There you go. So I'm not mad at that. And we operate differently. And I understand Terence, and I think that we can talk all about resumes. We can talk all about who's done what, who's done this and that. But when I look at his resume and I say something like, I know Terence, nobody else that's been in the ring with him knows him the way that I know him, or knew him the way that I know him. Nobody knows him in and out, how he operates mentally, emotionally, so on and so forth. I can say some things on this ring and really get him upset. I'm not going to do that. Why would I do that? I can say some things and make him smile. I can say whatever the case may be. But it remains to be seen. What I do know is that November 20th is a day for the world. It's a day for the world of boxing. And it's definitely a day for the world of Team Porter and Team Crawford. It's going to be a magnificent evening. I'm looking forward to doing what I do best. I love what you said, Bomac. It's infectious. The best opponent brings out the best in Terence. The best in Terence is gonna bring out the best in Shawn Porter. Y'all benefit from what we gonna do November 20th. If y'all, I didn't wear a shirt today.
Okay.
Because
Watch out,
initially I wanted to show you that I've been working.
Watch out, champ.
Okay.
And then I was like, you know what, let me show everybody else that I've been working. We working. And I just don't, again, I'm not gonna speak on your resume. Your resume is your resume, man. Like my dad said it. We're fans of yours. We've been fans of yours. I know everything that you've done, and I'm proud of everything that you've done. But I know everybody doesn't work like me. You know that, and I know that there's nobody that I'm getting in the ring with, or may have been in the ring with, that works the way that you work. You know what I mean? So on November 20th, no, we're not friends in the moment. After that, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But until that point in time, man, we're going to sell this fight. We're going to make this fight everything that it's supposed to be. And on fight night, we're going to go in there and lay it down.
Well, how would you characterize your relationship over the years, and now having heard all of that?
Me and Shawn, we always had a great relationship ever since the amateur days. We've been
Venezuela, I got pictures with Demetrius Andretti. It's never been any bad blood, never got into it with.
It's always been love. I always supported him, he always supported me. But come November 20th, it's second.
We gonna beat the stuffing out that turkey.
More time! He's called out a lot of the biggest names in the division. And you talk about the respect that you've had. But here it is now, November 20th. He's calling you out. The fight's been made. What's next?
Let's put up or shut up. my eyes, you know, I can stand up and I can pull my shirt out and I can really show you this eight-pack I got, because, you know, I stay working.
Tell them again, bud.
You know, I mean, I stay working, you know, that ain't nothing to me, that ain't nothing new to y'all, you know what you gonna be up against November 20th. I know what I'm up against November 20th. And like you said, we're gonna get the fans a great night of boxing. It's gonna be fireworks, bell 1, bell 12, if it lasts that long. Unlike other fighters that you fought, I'm different. I believe you know that I'm different. You know, the more you push, the more I'm gonna push. The more you come, the more I'm gonna come. And I'm pretty sure each and every one of y'all out here that see me fight didn't see me. You know, everybody say, oh, well, why you throwing fire with fire when you can just outbox them? Because I love it. I love that. You know what I mean? You push, I'm gonna push. You hit me hard, I'm gonna hit you even harder. And listen, you can laugh. You know, so that's what makes me and Shawn Porter a great fighter.
Shawn, when this fight was first presented to you, what was your reaction? And then when it was finally made, what was your reaction?
It was crazy. I remember I landed in Connecticut to broadcast the Olympic boxing, and I got the tweet from the WBO mandating this fight between myself and Terence, and I sat back and I just shook my head smiling, because I knew that eventually this fight was going to be made. I knew nothing was going to stand in the way. And so for me, that was when it was made to me, the fight when the WBO did that tweet. Beyond that, man, I couldn't wait for this moment. I haven't seen Bud in a minute. We haven't been in front of, either of us have been in front of media talking about a fight in a long time. I've been on TV talking about other fights, being stimulated by other fights, but now to talk about my own fight right now, this is special for me, and it's only going to get better.
I will agree with you. It feels fantastic to have all of this media in the room. It's been 2 years since we've been able to gather like this. We were in the bubble for a long time. Fights happening all over the place without fans. I want to come back to Tom and Bob, because again, we constantly hear, hey man, make these fights happen, make these big fights happen. We've got one tonight, and we've got one again on November 20th. How does that make you feel about the sport in general, moving in maybe a new direction where we're going to see bigger marquee fights like this?
Bob, go first on that.
This quarter, we have a lot of good fights, a lot of great fights, but we have 3 marquee fights. One tonight, obviously, November 20th, confrontation between Terence and Shawn, and of course, Canelo Alvarez and Plant, another great fight. And they're all such big fights, they'll be on pay-per-view, all 3 of them. People say, well, isn't that a lot of money? Gotta pay $70 for one, $80 for another. That's a lot of money. But look at what a decent ticket is to watch a fight. Probably $250, $300 just for a decent ticket. The 3 events together on pay-per-view don't come to that. So I think it's a great bargain for fight fans, for sports fans, to see events like that. And I thank PBC and Tom for helping us make this fight happen, being so cooperative in the fight tonight. And I commend them on making a great fight like Canelo and Plant, which will take place in early November.
Thank you, Bob. And yeah, look, it comes down, just like Bob said, it's the fighters. It's always the fighters. When they ask for something and it's a fight that can be made, we're going to go do it. We've worked with Top Rank, many times in the past, and it seems like the relationship's just been getting better and better. And I'm looking forward to tonight. It's been a great event, great promotion, and obviously November 20th, we're going right back into it again. So it's worked very well together. Thank you.
Hold up. I'm out. Can you reverse what you just said a few minutes ago? It's the what? The fighters that makes the fight that wants
That's right. Now I know where you're gonna go with this.
All right. I just want y'all to hear.
I don't know where you're going with it.
No.
It's a new day.
It's definitely
It's a new day.
It's definitely a new day, but I just wanted y'all to hear that on camera. Y'all know it ain't Terence Crawford that's been staring in the fights. All the fights that y'all been in.
That's right.
I just wanted y'all to know that. Live and direct.
That's right.
In all of sport, we hear the word legacy thrown around. And, you know, I'm honored to be sitting between two incredible, not only boxers, but incredible human beings. Your legacy cemented already in the sport of boxing. What does a dominating win over Porter mean to you?
Or just boost my status as #1 pound fighter in the world.
That's right.
I'm already considered the best fighter in the world. Beating the likes of Shawn Porter in tremendous fashion will only, boost my status skyrocket from where I am now.
Thank you, Shawn. What does that mean to you with this fight and the win for your legacy?
I think both of us, I'll speak for I'm pretty sure I'm on the brink of being in the Hall of Fame. I think that he's done practically everything that's required to be in the Hall of Fame. And I think for me, being on the brink right here is not when to go home. Right here is win or nothing else. My life right now is dependent upon winning this fight, beating Terence Crawford. Like the word you said, dominating Shawn Porter. He's a dominant fighter. Everybody that he gets in the ring with, he dominates. And so for me to be that guy that he can't dominate, to be that guy that beats him to the punch, that finishes the exchanges, punches just as hard, just as fast, everything that's required to beat Terence, I got it. It's just about going in there on the 20th, great game plan, and doing the right things round by round to the end of that fight. So this to me is, I think that you're sitting between two legendary fighters, but I think that this fight right now, for me, is going to depend, my legacy is going to depend on beating Terence Crawford.
The atmosphere at a fight is unlike anything else. There's no other sport that can come close to the atmosphere in an arena with thousands of fans screaming at you guys as you make your way to the ring. Music, ring walks, everything that comes together for these incredible nights. We're going to see it tonight inside T-Mobile Arena. You fought in the bubble. How excited are you now to get back inside a major arena on the Strip in Las Vegas in front of a ton of fans?
It's been a long time waiting. Everybody's excited. Everybody on Team Porter side is excited. My family, my friends, my supporters. Everybody just been dying to go to a live event. And this is the first live event that they get to see Terence Crawford in action in a long time. The wait is over. Everybody's been coming to me. When is it time to fight? When is it time to fight? So, everybody's just been sitting there just hungry for it. Just like I've been hungry to get back in the ring. Now is the time. The time is now. And I'm gonna give everybody what they've been waiting for.
Shawn, take to you. You've witnessed now these bubble setups, no fans. It's different. There's just no other way to explain it. As a fighter, those fans motivate you. They push you to the next level sometimes. You didn't have that for a while, now we get it back.
And it's funny, I fought last year in August and no fans. And you imagine between August and now we're in October. My dad practically, since January, you gotta figure out who you fight and get back in the ring. You gotta figure out who you fight and get back in the ring. What about that Terence fight? What about that Terence fight? I really need nobody I want to fight other than Terence. I don't know if we're gonna get that fight. And if we do get that fight, we need to have that fight in front of fans. We can't just have that fight in a room full of nobodies. And yeah, we'll sell it on pay-per-view, but it's not the same. And so my dad, he was pushing me to get in the ring with someone else. This man right here to my right, I consider to be the next best thing in the world to Errol Spence Jr. Been there, done that. And now it's time to take on this challenge right here. And so between the patience of myself, the understanding of my dad that Shawn ain't gonna fight nobody other than Terence Crawford whenever that time comes, to TGB and Top Rank finally making a smart decision for Terence and the best decision they can make for me. We got a great fight for y'all happening November 20th I think even the energy along the way is gonna be great as well. But definitely, fight night is gonna be unlike no other. Terrence, you've been in some big fights. You've been fighting back home, so I know the energy's been crazy. This is gonna be the craziest energy you ever felt, and I'm looking forward to it.
Danny, I want to come back to you for another one. You know, he said right out of the gate, stood up, I've been working. Do you have to change anything going into this camp, knowing that you're facing Terence Crawford?
If the question is, do you have to change the team market? There's a lot of things you have to do. You just can't come back into this type of fight with this type of fight and do the same things you used to do. You gotta be better than you've ever been before. And you've got to think outside of your normal, everyday, motions and movements. You gotta change everything. So Shawn's been living up on the mountain away from his family. I'm not up there with him. He's been up there away from other fighters. There's no fighters up there with him. We're gonna take some up there eventually, but he's been like, just like secluded up there by himself. It's him and God. So we've done things totally different this time. Yeah. He's never had to just be completely by himself. I've always at least been there with him. So yeah, we're doing a lot of things different, and every day I'm trying to figure out what we can do to be better every day. I'm gonna borrow people's intelligence. I do that all the time anyway, but I got some smart people that I can reach out to. Bomac is a great trainer. Terence is a great, excellent fighter. As we said, everybody knows we have a history. You have that kind of history. You've seen that guy do the things that he's done. You have to change. You have to be better than you've ever been before. And we never would have dreamed. I never would have dreamed that Shawn and Terence would ever fought each other. And this is not about going back to where we knew each other, back in the amateurs and all that stuff, but I have to say I'm very proud of him. Very proud of his trainer. Very proud of his family. The family man he's become. To see these guys grow up and not only be great fighters, but great people outside of the ring. And of all the fighters I've ever come in contact with in my entire life, I've never had one step to me personally.
That's right.
Wait a minute. Personally, in a dark alley and ball up his fist and stand there and say, "What you want to do?" And I had to say, "Not today," because we might not have this right now, And I have this enormous amount of respect for him and his trainer, and like I said, his whole camp. And the guy over there hollering from the back behind, him. We're gonna get you. The guy hollering behind, we're gonna get you.
Oh, man, but Bo, I want to pose the same question to you. I wish we had another hour, because we could sit up here for an hour. But Bo, again, Shawn Porter is the next task at hand. Anything different you got to do in camp?
I will tell you this, man. We already worked hard in camp. When we in Colorado Springs. I will tell you this, man. My man, he turned us up. He turned the coaches up. And it's something about this camp that's very, very special because everybody's on cue. Even the dog is on cue. So we ready, man. We ready. You can't just bring regular sparring partners in for somebody like Shawn. You gotta search the boxing world for the best. You gotta ask around. You gotta ask around different coaches from different from the East Coast to West Coast. You gotta go over to Argentina. You gotta go search the world for the best sparring partner because you know what type of fight he's going to come with, and we know that. And trust me, we're gonna be prepared. But I gotta tell you this, man. I appreciate the respect for you. Kenny, I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. But I gotta tell you this. We had already talked about this fight, and I actually called him one day. I said, "Hey, what's up? What's up?" That's it. Y'all ready? Shoot. Man, we fight y'all at home if we have to. All right, I'll call you back. So he did, he actually called. So, you know, we've been looking at this fight, and we know what type of fight it is gonna be, and we know what type of fighter Shawn is, so, you know, we're gonna be ready. Trust and believe that.
The respect on this stage is just outstanding. I want to thank you guys for your time today, and we do have approval for a face-off. So I'm going to ask Shawn and Terence to step down front here for a great picture. Please leave your microphones on the stage. On behalf of everybody here inside the MGM Grand, this goes down November 20th. It is going to be one for the ages. Thank you for joining us. Tom, Bob, Bobak, Kenny, Shawn, and Terence, thank you for your time.
Pound for pound, best fighter in the world.
And the new
And still, I'm already bringing them, because it ain't going nowhere. It's all.
He forgot it at home.
That's good, Evan. I'm going from Shawn Porter to Shawn Porter. I'm about to get retired. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
It's work time, boy!
Time to go to work, baby.
It's work time, boy!
Thank you, guys.
Work time.
It's work time!
There we go.
Media, please, Shawn will be on that side of the stage, Terence will be on the left side of the stage.
Let's go.
Do not go on the stage, we'll have time. You guys. Do not go on the stage.
Yes, I need that. We gonna leave him where he at. Looking up at the ceiling lights. Yeah. We gonna leave him looking at the ceiling lights.
Long time, baby. How you been? I took a bunch of shit up there. There's one sitting up there. You two see up there that actually.
Hey, bud, what'd you tell Shawn Porter when you guys were facing off?
No, I just laughed at it.
Just laugh?
You know what I mean? Inside joke.
Okay.
Shawn is going to have 3.
So, you know, more importantly, just seeing that the TGB comment and you kind of addressed the Tom Brown situation, all that, after, you know, sitting down and seeing them, what did it feel like to be able to just tell them, like, you know, the fighters make the
man,
fight?
because all y'all media outlets has been blaming me for these type of fights not being able to get made. And I've been telling y'all, I've been calling for the fights. I can't make these fighters jump in the ring and fight me when, you know, I was told they don't have a promoter, so they can fight on any network, they can fight anybody. So that goes to show, you know, that it wasn't, you know, Team Crawford fault or Top Rank fault that the fights couldn't get made, you know. So I just wanted to point that out.
Terence, when he mentioned about how he kind of knew the fight was happening, he was very excited when he saw the tweet from the WBO mandating this fight. Can you describe or characterize your emotions when you, I know how much you wanted this kind of fight, but when you realized it was real and that you had to fight him or they're going to take your title away?
No, I'm not worried about.
No, I'm
not
saying like
fighting.
that.
I was cool.
No, I'm saying how excited were you that you knew that?
I was very excited. You know, Shawn Porter is a top welterweight in the division. You know, and it's going to be a great fight, and it's a big opportunity for me to show the world why I'm the best fighter in the world.
Been a long time coming, right?
For sure.
And you, I mean, when you first came up, you had a couple of fights, you won your title. How frustrated did you get as you had 1 defense, 2 defense, 3 defense, and you just couldn't get traction against the biggest names? How did you get low at any point about that?
Never, because I don't look at these fighters like everybody else do. You know, these is great fighters. You know what I mean? In their own right, they just went up against the better fighter at that point in time. You know, Mean Machine, a 2-time Olympian. Considered the next best thing smoking. Since he was young, American, numerous world champions, silver medalists. I can go on and on. Jeff Horn beating Pacquiao, but y'all gonna take the credit away from him because how I dismantled him. Now, if it feels a close fight, then everybody would have said, "Oh well, Terence Crawford beat a great fighter that night."
I think part of it was that they may have been talented guys, like you said, but weren't maybe as well known as because of the fact that he fought Garcia or Thurman or Spence. Is that a fair assessment?
That's for sure.
Terence, when it's all said and done for you, what do you want your legacy to be remembered as, right? World champion at 35, undisputed at 40, champion at 47. You're still young. When it's all said and done, what do you want to be remembered as?
Well, I'm going to be remembered as one of the best fighters that ever lace up their gloves. At the end of the day, they're going to remember me for being so versatile. Being able to fight inside, outside, box, bang, punch, take a punch, switch. I'm gonna be known for so many diverse dimensions than any other fighter.
Yesterday at your workout, you made a comment on how no matter what you do, the media will criticize you, right? If you walk through Porter, he already has a couple losses. You even made a comment saying, next thing I know, they're going to want me to move up to fight Canelo. Not to look past this fight, but do you ever see in your career, do you ever see yourself moving up to maybe 54 or even 60?
Maybe 54 in the future. Maybe 54 in the future. But right now, like I said, we have 47.
Right.
We're campaigning at 47. Shawn Porter is in front of us, and that's the fight that we focus on.
Terence, what's his best attribute to you?
Shawn Porter has never been stopped. Do you anticipate that you'll be the first man to stop him and continue to knock him?
See, me personally, I don't go in fights looking for the knockout. I go in fights to dominate and make sure I get the victory no matter what. If the knockout's there, I'm most definitely going to take it, and secure that knockout. But if it's not, then so be it, as long as I secure the victory.
No, Terence.
I talked to Manny Pacquiao. He said he confirmed that you guys had a fight scheduled twice, and it fell through. How disappointed was you that you never got that fight?
I was real disappointed, for not getting that fight. We was 2 days for securing that fight. A lot of things, a lot of people that, said they was doing things on Manny Pacquiao's side, lied to us. It's a whole bunch of, things, and the reason why that fight didn't happen. But like I always say, everything happened for a reason, and the fight didn't happen. And we're here now. Shawn Porter is the fighter that I'm fighting, and that's the fight that we more focused on than any other fight today.
By you guys knowing each other so well,
Porter
does it
do?
make it harder to prepare for this opponent by you guys knowing each other so well?
You said what?
I said by you guys knowing each other so well, each other's style so well, does it make it harder to prepare than anybody else?
No, somewhat, because I know how talented Shawn Porter is. A lot of people, they don't see what I see in Shawn Porter. The skill set, the mindset, the hunger, the speed, the movement, roughness. I see a lot in Shawn Porter, like you see in me, because like I said, we've been knowing each other for so long. We know what each other like, we know what each other don't like. Yeah, it's gonna be tough, but at the same time, we're gonna be prepared for it.
Did you spar with him at times?
Never. I was at 132.
No, but even
65.
okay, but never even get into mess around. What does he bring best? What's his best attribute?
Well, what he brings best is, he's enthusiasm. Shawn Porter is good at, adapting to the fighter that he's fighting. So, if Shawn Porter got to move, he'll move. If he got to pressure you and get in your chest and rough you up, he'll do that. He get wild at sometimes, but at the same time, he's successful in doing the things that he do when he get rough and wild. So we just go and be prepared for whatever Shawn Porter.
But
do you think he gets?
You take this as a career-defining fight. Everybody's trying to make this out to be your biggest fight, but it seems like you and your team are taking it like this is another fight. Do you just feel like that?
I look at all the fights as a career-defining fight. This is considered, one of the top welterweights in the division, and this is a time for everybody to see what Terence Crawford really is about.
Right.
Everybody want to know, how Terence Crawford is going to fare against the other top welterweights in the division. So everybody got their eyes on Terence Crawford right now. They want to see how well I adapt, how well, can I finish Shawn Porter like Errol Spence couldn't, as I'm going to fight tooth and nails with Shawn Porter like Errol Spence. So everybody going to have all these questions, and it's going to be answered November 20th.
Do you think Shawn's coming up with a false sense of security? I mean, like security, seeing the fact that he's faced Arrow and everyone says, but you're a completely different fighter. You think he's kind of like coming in here with a little bit too much confidence, or you think he's coming in with the proper respect that you deserve?
No. I don't believe he's coming in with too much confidence. He's been in the ring with all the top welterweights out there. I just think he's coming in there with more of an experience factor. He knows what he's going up against, and he knows that it's a tough task. But I just know that he's going to be up for it, and that's what he's boosting himself up to let you, the media, know that he's going to be up for it. Just like me and my team, we're going to be ready for whatever it brings to the table. We're going to be up for it, and it's going to make for a great fight.
But the PBC fighter, is this the opening phase? I know the focus is Shawn Porter. A win here, is this the opening phase to a showdown?
We shall see. Like I said, it never was Terence Crawford and my team holding up the fights that all the fans wanted to see. You heard that from the horse's mouth right there and there. So we shall see.
But you feel like you had to settle for Porter? No, yes.
Hey, Julie.
Just the shortest version I can give you. Terence was a hothead outside of the ring. So he used to get in trouble with other fighters. If you bumped into Terence, you didn't say, excuse me, you were just joking around with Terence, he'd come after you. And we'd have to break Terence up and say, wait. So he spoke about being in this way. A little bit more than that, though. It wasn't just bumping, a little bit more than that. But he wasn't whatever it was. it, just let this go. And we both turned. We didn't just walk away, but we both turned and watched each other, and then we walked away. And that's why he's laughing. But for me, that showed me who he is in and out of that ring. So again, the question was, compare differently? Yeah, you definitely have to do other things that you've never done before. And his mentality, real quick, but his mentality of fighting every second of every round is what we have to do. We have to, we have to do that.
Hey Shawn, how you doing? Robert Coker with GMT, the Red Corner Box.
Good to see you.
Everybody's trying to make this the career-defining fight for Terence Crawford. How are you taking this for you, for Shawn Porter? Because you've been in the biggest and you're one of the most exciting fighters in the game. How are you really taking this just like genuine?
Yeah, you know what? I'm taking it genuine.
Genuinely,
yeah.
I'm from South.
No, you good. No, you good. I was like, I didn't really realize I was saying I'm being genuine, but that's who I am as a person. Right. You know what I mean? So, my dad's talking about, we know that we're gonna get a mean Terence Crawford in the ring. We know that we're gonna touch gloves at the beginning of it before this fight starts, and then there's nothing in between them. That's just who he is, and we're prepared for that. For me, this is the fun side of it. You know what I mean? This is the side that you're supposed to enjoy. You're supposed to speak from your heart, say how you feel, so on and so forth. So it's easy for me, man. This is a career-defining fight for him and myself. We're both we are in our prime right now. This is a rare treat for the boxing world. Where neither of us have been hurt in the boxing ring. Like, you got two guys that are practically 100% getting in the ring against one another, and that's rare. Right. So this is a big deal for both of us. I don't care if people shed more light on his side of it than they do on my side. I don't care. And fight that, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I'm gonna win this fight.
Who's so dangerous?
I gotta have the space, man.
I think the number one side of my game plan is to take control, to make him react to what I need him to react to. Take away that kind of good punching ability that he has. He's very good counter puncher. I don't know if people realize that at the moment, but he is. He's a counter puncher. But for me, it's to my number one game plan is to make him react, not lie him to his
I'm grateful that they allowed me to be in here.
Both guys, I think it felt at that point in time that they were the best out there. I still feel that he's the next best. So I'm taking on Earl, and now it's time for him.
Hey guys, a couple more questions, all right?
Respect, but do you find yourself like the most dangerous fighter for Crawford?
Yeah, no, I am. I'm the most dangerous fighter for Crawford. I think one thing that people, you probably, I'm sure you've heard this, but don't really understand it. When we go into the ring, a part of us is always left in the ring. It's something you always hear. It's not always the case. It always depends on who you're fighting and how that fight goes. Anyone that gets in the ring with me does not leave that ring the same way that they entered the ring. And Crawford is not going to be the same after he leaves the ring from front of me.
What do you think of Caleb Plant? Canelo, you been in the ring with Caleb before you started? What do you think?
Should be a really great fight. I think that Caleb's going to win the first half, and I think that Canelo's going to have to make some adjustments, and then we'll see what happens. I do expect Caleb Plant to win the first half of that fight, and then the second, he's got to hold on. The second half is going to be no joke. Couple more, two more. I don't want to talk Caleb Plant and Canelo. There's two more about myself and Terence Crawford.
Yesterday, I had the opportunity to be the best person to talk to Tom Turner. And you had to stay with the fight with the opportunity to are you proud of the fireworks right now?
I am. I'm promising y'all those fireworks. He's not going to back up. And so it's going to be a great fight. I think that in this fight, we get a lot of people they retreat when they get in the ring against Showtime Shawn Porter. We're
we're expecting him to retreat, to be right there at the same time. You know, so 100, he's gonna get some fireworks. Definitely. For me, I think that it's I'm probably gonna answer for both of us. I think my dad is like, hey, follow the game plan, do this, everything that I tell you to do. We're gonna prepare you, make sure you're prepared. And he and I and the entire team feel like as long as I'm prepared, there's nobody in this world that can defeat me. So you say, hey, you got 3 losses, but you know, what it got? Those are small, minor adjustments that need to be made. We've got great film to look at. We've made some adjustments. We're gonna get better and come out and see a better Shawn Porter than we saw against us.
Last question, guys. Last question.
You know, I don't think it's just activity. It's gotta be the right activity. You know, I'm talking about fighting 180 seconds of every round, but it's got to be the right 180 seconds. You know, I can't just be active. I can't just be out there throwing punches. I have to be doing the right things at the right time. Gotta be smart. God bless you guys.
Thank you.
Can I ask you guys, how'd you guys feel overall with the press conference? You guys felt it was a good press conference? With this, no, I mean, obviously, with the big man in the house.
The camera out of Bomac's face.
I'm live. I gotta show everyone you here, man.
If you don't get your nappy-headed ass on my face.
Hold on now, Bomac. Now we gotta fight, Bomac. Now we gotta fight. Now the camera gotta go back on you. No, I'm just messing. What'd you guys think about the overall? Oh, now I gotta go back to Bo. Oh, okay. No, I mean, me and Bo are gonna fight though.
It was a good press conference. It was a good press conference.
Yeah, I'm coming over to Red, man. No, I'm good with Bo, man.
It was a good press conference. Good back and forth. Good stuff on both sides. They selling the fight. That's both of them. You know, trying to talk real intelligent, know the game, his dad, I like how they talk and I like how we talk. It was good. They selling the fight. And they both seem, we ready. They seem like they ready. They got their mind into what they got to do, but that's good. That's good for boxing. It's good for this fight, man. It's just good. It's good stuff.
Now, a lot of fight fans kind of like the back and forth, and this was obviously a very respectful, press conference. And for the fans who may not engage into the press conference and may not understand how high level and how high skilled this fight without the antics.
You had some back and forth antics in the fight don't look like shit.
Mm-hmm.
You had Usyk and Joshua had a classic. You had T.O. and Lomachenko had a classic. They didn't go back and forth talking great to each other. We don't gotta do that. That's the stigma. Like they feel like black fighters, we gotta do that to each other. We gotta talk breezy and talk all below the belt to each other to sell a good fight, man. It's been many fights throughout history where the opponents was respectful towards each other and they went in there and fought like they was fighting for their last meal. So all that back and forth, slander, back and forth, we don't need that. I mean, it's going to be a great fight. And anybody that know boxing, all the fans tune in. It's going to be a great fight. It's going to be a great fucking fight. So.
Were you around or did you know about the story that Kenny was talking about where Terence was a little kid balling his fist up and stuff, wanting to fight?
Yeah, I mean, that situation where he was when he was in Venezuela on the Pan Am team, we heard about it. I wasn't there, but I know that it's true because his demeanor. That's just how he is. Like Bud was a fighter. Bud fought in the street. Bud fought in the ring. He's that. He's really that dude, man. He's really that dude. Inside the ring and outside the ring. More inside the ring than out. He's not out street fighting no more, but you know what I'm saying. But coming up, definitely.
What do you think about the little comments, what Bud was saying, the fighters make the fights in regards of, You know, he was responding to Tom Brown. Obviously, all the welterweights are on that side. You know,
and that's why he made it a point for him to repeat that because you know the fans will, oh, Terence is ducking or this one thing and another one, and that guy just said that the fighters make the fight. If Shawn didn't want to make this fight, it wouldn't have happened. He could have a million excuses not to make the fight, but I gotta commend him and his team for actually taking the fight because they could do what everybody else do and say, well, you know, the business and the side of the street type shit. But he said, fuck that. He want to go for his legacy, and I respect him the utmost for that. I respect him for that. I respected him before that. I mean, just knowing him for all these years and seeing his body of work in the amateurs and the pros, I got the utmost respect for Shawn and his team, man.
You know, and I'm just letting the fans know because we're on live. You know, this is Red, amazing trainer, one of the great trainers in Terrence's corner.
I'm okay, I'm on my way.
Just okay. I mean, I think they're putting mirrors on you, and you know, up and you know, or.
I mean, God, that's God, man. God that blessed me, man. My mentors that helped me get to this point, man. I still got a long ways to go. I feel that's my mentality. Whenever I walk into the gym, I feel green. I want to learn the most that I can, and luckily I've been around a lot of great trainers to help me help me get to this point in my life and my career. And I just got a long ways to go. I feel that's just my personal feeling. I put heavy expectations on myself, you know what I mean, individually. You know what I mean? So.
And it's just not just Bud. You do the whole camp with Herring and everybody for the people who haven't really, you know, they see Bomac, you know, on the stage, but you're in the camp training all the other fighters as well, equally doing the circuits and taking. I think you take the body shots and the punches more than anybody.
I'm sore as hell right now, but man, Bomac is the head of this thing, man. He's the director, he's the conductor. You know what I'm saying? We follow his lead. You know what I mean? So without Bo, none of this would be possible for myself, you know what I mean? Bo and Terence as well, you know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't be possible for me. So I can't, you know, I always keep my mindset in the team role because that's what got us here. And when you got people that's ego is bigger and they feel like they this and they feel like it's one man above a team, that's when shit start to crumble.
Yep.
So I'm gonna stay humble, stay blessed, and keep working hard as I can. And that's the mentality that I have.
And more importantly, you know, we're excited for the fight on November 20th, and you know, appreciate the time as always. You know, we'll have to fight Bo though a little bit though. You know, I know he always gets on me, man. He always gets on me.
You imagine living in a house with him?
Nah. See, that's
what. On for the last 10 years, we get it too. Y'all just don't see it.
No, that's one of the things. Like I know if I come down and see you guys and everything, like I'm gonna have to be ready because you know it's all love though.
Talk shit to you. We gonna hate you. It's almost like joining a frat. To come mess around with us, you gotta have thick skin. So
yeah,
that's just what it is.
See, I'm used to your nice side, so that means I got to see your mean side. So I don't. It's gonna be weird seeing you. I know Bozo's the mean one, but seeing you,
I might jab you a little bit. I'm not gonna hit you with no power shots.
Yeah,
he gonna hit you with some power shots. I might just hit you with a couple of little flick jabs here and there, but. I'm not that. I'm a laid back guy. I ain't gonna get all at you like that.
With all love, thank you so much. You know, appreciate it, man. You know, everyone FightHype Live right now appreciates. Follow him. What's your IG?
Redder402 on IG and Twitter, man. You know what I'm saying? I follow y'all back too. So
he's a real chill guy and everything. So appreciate it.
Thanks.
I'm gonna get you back, Bo. I'm just joking. All right. Who else? Who else can I get, y'all? There's anyone else left? Let's see. I don't think we got too many people left. We got some Herring up. He's doing some interviews. Maybe I might be able to snag him. We got some Herring footage coming up real soon on FightHype. But I think this is what we're rolling with. I think this is all we got right now. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the press conference. It was a lot of fun. You know, we got the big fights. You know, we got top ranked PBC again, making things happen. You know, it's real cool this year. So, all right. You see anyone else, Shawn? Or no?
I'm hurrying up.
Okay, no, you. All right, cool. All right, so.